Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to Kenny's Movie Palace for a pickup. This is a pickup from the last month or two. They're from Amazon and eBay, and I got a little story about the eBay one. All right, first one I'll start with is an Amazon pickup. I seen this one on a streaming service, and I wanted to pick it up, and I got this from the eBay. This is called Answer Man, with Jeff Daniels and Lauren Graham. Very underrated romantic comedy filmed right here in Philadelphia. So that's a good one if you haven't seen it. It's on streaming on Tubi. Now this one is from a seller on the eBay. Second sale. Mine went for a second. And I bought 6 movies, and 3 of them were, well, I'll show you. This is one of them, The Clearing. Next one, Sean from Movie Assault recommended this one, and I picked it up for a cheap price. Amelie. They're all DVDs. This one I picked up from a eBay seller, and for cheap. I got this for $5, brand new. And it's Hired to Kill. It's an Arrow title. If you ever want to see a cheap, if you ever want to see the most cheesy 90s movie, this is it. Man, this movie is so great. It's by the books, like Cheese Fest. And has like a ton of special features on it too. Next one, I seen this years ago and I wanted a copy of it, and it's really hard to get. And this is Lovelace, the true story of Linda Lovelace. Really, really well done. This movie is really good. So I picked that one up. This was also by the eBay seller, second sale. And this is Guilty by Suspicion with Robert De Niro. I remember seeing this in the video store, but I never picked it up before. And I watched about 20 minutes of it, and I was really intrigued. It was about the blacklisted back in the 40s and 50s. So, next one I picked up, also from that seller, is Turbulence. I know it's out on the Blu-ray. I know it's out on the, but I got this for $1. So I am not passing up a DVD for $1. Next one up is another one that I remember renting when it first came out, and I wanted to revisit this, and it's The Libertine with Johnny Depp. I'm trying to collect all of Johnny Depp's movies. I like him as an actor. And the next one, I know this was available on the Disney Movie Club when that was around, but it had sold out when I went to get it. And this is The First Father of the Bride. Welcome to the 90s, Mr. Banks. That line still always makes me laugh. So, if I find part 2 on the DVD, I'll get it. Like I said, I got this for $1, so I ain't complaining about this. Next one up is an eBay pickup, and this is Kramer versus Kramer. I remember watching this on the cable. I believe it was on HBO like nonstop when this debuted, and I haven't seen it since the cable days. So I picked that one up. This one is a really underrated rom-com from 1993. Before Sandra, there was Annabelle Sciorra. Look at Annabelle. And this movie is really good. It's got a young Mary Louise Parker, James Gandolfini. I believe this is one of his first movies, and Vincent D'Onofrio, who was Thor in Adventures in Babysitting, as we all know. Mr. Dawson. So, look at, oh, God. I was absolutely in love with her back when this came out. This movie is a really good one. If you can find it, I think it's the origins. Do you remember of the TV show that was on NBC, Ed? The bowling. He owned a bowling alley, but he was also a lawyer too. This one, all these guys work for Con Ed, and she's going to be a teacher, and their dreams are to open up a bowling alley in the neighborhood they live in New York. So it's now streaming on Tubi, not a sponsor, but I highly recommend this one. If you can find this out in the wild for cheap, find it. You're gonna love it. Next one is eBay. One of my favorites from the 90s, Necessary Roughness. Everybody wanted, I remember when this came out, our Super Bowl champion Eagles wanted Kathy Ireland to be the kicker on our team. Here she is. No one will touch you, Mr. Banks. So, next one up, I watched this, on our podcast, Talking Movies. This week is going to be a great, a little plug for our podcast this week is going to be comfort movies, stuff that you can't go through, like when you're going around at like midnight and you're like looking for something to watch, and all of a sudden a movie just pops on and you go, I think I'm going to stick with that. So that's check in with us at 7 to 9 Eastern, Talking Movies with Sean, me, and my buddy Jim. So it's going to be a really good time this Tuesday. But we were talking about this on our Oscar special, and guys, I broke down and bought it. The Substance with Demi Moore, who was absolutely robbed of an Oscar. She was so good in this. I will give it another shot. I did watch this after our discussion. I had got a free trial to Mubi just to watch that, and it was good. The performance was better. And the girl in it, Margaret Qualley, that's Andy McDowell's daughter, for those people out there keeping track. So I did break down and purchase this. It was cheap on the Amazon. So did pick that one up. And then we were talking about this in our private chat, and I was mad that it went off a sale. Well, it came back on sale. And I purchased these Roger Corman. Jim had said he had seen these in the drive-in. And it is, what is it? Georgia Peaches, The Great Texas Dynamite Chase, and Jimmy McNichol. For those in the 70s that remember, Christy McNichol was really popular in Family and Little Darlings in the 80s. But they were trying to make every sibling in the 70s, they tried to make popular. Joey Travolta, Frank Stallone, Christy McNichol's brother Jimmy, Scott Baio's brother Joey. So, and Smokey Bites the Dust. I watched the first one. The first one was really good, and I started watching this one. These are all on Tubi, by the way, if you don't want to buy it. But I just picked this up per our conversation. And the last one, I thought I got a great deal on this. I was like, oh, I am like so excited because I am a huge Paul Newman fan. And this set came and it was like going for like crazy money, and I found a really good price on it. And it was the Paul Newman collection. This is from Second Sale. I got my money back for the discs that weren't there and that were scratched. Okay, but this is supposed to be in quote-unquote very good condition. This looks like it had been through Baghdad airport, okay? It was taped and like all scratched. You know, I'm not like one of those like slip Nazis, and I don't really care about the position. But when something they say is very good condition, I had to tape it in a couple areas just to keep it. Well, then I'm like, okay, so that came like that. So then I go and get the movies. It's supposed to have 7 Paul Newman movies, okay? So the first one that I look at is Becoming John Ford, Ford on Fox. Second movie, The Grapes of Wrath, Ford on Fox. Ford at Fox, I'm sorry. The third one, How Green Is Your Valley, Ford at Fox. So not only was supposed to get 7, but 3 of them were John Ford Westerns at his time at 20th Century Fox. So the only 2 Paul Newman movies that I got out of it was Pocket Money and Somebody Up There Likes Me. So it took me 2 days to get a hold of these people from Second Sale. This is the last time I'm dealing with them. So it took me 2 days to get a hold of them. And they didn't... And I took pictures, everything of the scratch discs and stuff. Scratch ones I didn't even show. And I said, want my money back. And they're like, okay, we'll send it back. And so I sent them another note. I said, why should I send you back 3 scratched movies and this set that is incomplete when you probably sold the other set? And I said, and the condition of it. So they just sent it back, and they sent me back another response. Just took 4 days, by the way, to do. And basically they said, we'll refund your money, you can keep them. I'm like, thank you. That's all I wanted. It was just like, why should I go to the trouble sending stuff back when, and one of these, they didn't have a disc in it. So it was basically, I got 4 movies and basically one Paul Newman movie that I wanted out of the 7. And the set was nice. It had Somebody Up There Likes Me, The Left-Handed Gun, The Young Philadelphians, Harper. Harper's the one I really wanted. Pocket Money, The Macintosh Man, and then Drowning Pool, which was a sequel to Harper, which I found out reading on IMDb. But it was just the point that, why should I send these back, take up my time to go to the post office when they screwed up. So I did get my money back, but I will never deal with Second Sale again. And I just basically buy DVDs from them because they're very cheap on there. But now you know why they're very cheap. So that's it. That's it, guys. I've been watching a lot of movies and a lot of TV shows, especially since I have to dig into Daredevil, the new season of Daredevil. So, all right, like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, I gave you a teaser Tuesday. Sean, me, and Jim will be doing our podcast on comfort movies. So come and join us at the Talking Movies site, or go to Movie Assault. Like and subscribe to Jim, and we're going to have Corey from Wilkie Movies also join us in the fun. The last podcast we did was hysterical. So, looking forward. Everybody, please join us in the chat. We're up-and-comers, the kids say. We're an up-and-coming podcast. So, hopefully you'll like it. And hopefully you'll like the stuff that I do on my channel, too. I'm almost near 300 subscribers. So, if you haven't liked my channel, please get me to 300. I've been bordering on 297, 298 for, like, the last 2 months. So, all right, guys. Have a great day. Be safe. And welcome to March. Okay, guys, I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.